Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the 4040 Network where we talk about life, period, and how to move
Life
forward
be life.
successfully. Because life be life, and look at me, just gleating all over the place. Life be freaking life. I am your host, Granny She Is, and joined by me before we get into anything else, I'm going to pass the mic to my handsome co host so they can do their thing.
All right, guys, it's me, Jay Hawk, co-host with the most. Proud to be bringing this episode with you. And I'm gonna kick it over to the CEO, aka Whoa, Big
Hello,
Whoa.
hello, hello, world. What's happening, man? Dwayne Sutton here, aka Woke. If you know, then you know. Want to give a shout out real quick. You see the shit. Grand family in the building. What's happening? Want to say what's up to my player partner, my brother, CJ King. What's happening, man?
What's
Mr. CEO
up?
is what you call him. But send me some fresh apparel. And, and
Okay.
and and I'm sorry, I'm not like y'all. I support the home team. You feel me? So
Absolutely. Absolutely. I just got a pop up from Jonathan and it said that the Grinder app, and this is not even don't have nothing to
oh
do with what we're
God,
about to
where we
talk about,
going?
but this was back during the Republican convention or whatever the hell they
Mm-hmm.
call that back in 2024. And
Mm-hmm.
that for it to be a conservative party, that party crashed the Grinder app single
In,
handed,
Mil- in
shut it
Milwaukee.
down in Milwaukee.
Hey
So
man,
everybody was trying to get pork, you
Mm.
know,
don't
during
nothing
that
make
time.
you question other folks' sexuality like them minding other people's sexuality. Like,
I
what
Mm-hmm.
know,
you
right?
worried about other folk business for?
Isn't that
Mm-hmm.
crazy? I think that is absolutely bananas that you try to control somebody else's sexual organs, and here you are, can't even control your own. But that's another subject for another day. As of
Mm-hmm.
tonight, and for the near foreseeable future, the Black community in all of America is learning the new line dance. Where them fans at? Where them fans at? That's it. That's all we worried
Unbothered.
about. Unbothered.
You feel me?
Oh,
I got
I
my
seen a
boots
video
on
of
the
that.
ground.
It was like the rest of the country going to hell in a
burning.
handbasket. The 92 percenters.
Whoa.
Oh,
Yes, indeed.
Minding
But
our business.
that's what we're doing. All 2025 and beyond, we're going to be minding our business. But this is what we're talking about tonight before we get too off track. Okay.
mm-hmm.
Tonight, we're talking about when good enough is simply not enough. We have run into it, every single one of us throughout our adult lives. We have run into this scenario before where it's just not. You feel like it is, it's just not. And it came from two videos actually that I saw. The first one was with a therapist, and he was saying how your looks are not enough to sustain a long-term relationship, ladies, and your money, sir, is not enough to sustain a long-term relationship. It is simply not enough. In the beginning, it's exciting, but it's not enough. And on top of that, we're going to be discussing unprocessed natural beauty. And look, y'all see, I have very little makeup on my face. I put lipstick on just because I felt like my lips was rusty, and we can't have that. But this is a clean face, and I can't see it because I pulled the glasses up.
I
But this is
got you.
what we're talking about tonight. And sometimes women are very uncomfortable with their own natural beauty in whatever form that comes in. We become uncomfortable with it. And then we get with our partners and they're like, I like you best when you look like this. What's that line from Drake? What's that song from Drake about he liked
Way to
her
Sweaty
go,
best?
Whoa.
pants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. That's when you're the prettiest. I hope that you don't take it wrong.
That part. And that's what they feel like for us. And we're also going to talk about, is it love or how you put that, how did you word that, Jonathan? Is it love or are you just really wanting to get what you want, or you just want your way? Is it
Mm-hmm.
love or
Yeah,
do you
it's
just want your way?
do you just want your way? Are you making space for love, or do you just want your way?
We're going to talk about that. Not only are we going to talk about that, we're going to talk about sex after 40, but y'all got to stick around to the end to catch that bit, because
Oh,
boy, do we got some
funny.
conversation for you. So before we
Oh,
get started,
Don't run, don't be shy tonight.
don't be
Comments
shy
wide
tonight.
open.
That
mm,
blasted. Please
sex after
comment,
40.
please like and subscribe. I already have on mine. Like, comment, subscribe. You can subscribe at the 4040 Network on YouTube. You can subscribe at Wayne's I Am World Media Group or at Jonathan Hawkins.
Yep.
That is our IMO Media Group, because IMO Media Group is an actual group.
Oh
The
yeah.
4040 Network, Dylan's Dive Bar, IMO Podcast. Wait, hold on. There might be some more. Man, y'all better know about me. I keep
We coming.
one in the clip. Don't play.
Go. We coming.
And there it is.
There
And
it is.
there it is.
Bro, what video I want to start with? I want to start with the light skinned Jonathan video. The light skinned Jayhawk.
Tell a friend and tell a friend. Come on.
Right,
let's start that.
So y'all think I'm playing. Y'all think I'm playing. It's light skinned Jayhawk for real. It's we're gonna get that going. Hold on 1 second.
I'd like to share with you a very awesome conversation that I had with a couple recently. He is 43. She is 34. It is my hope that what I shared with them is a help to you the way it was a blessing to them. He makes a great living, has a very good, solid career. She as well, though she works part-time, a part-time job that she goes into, but she also models, in essence, full-time. So they both have great careers. She's very attractive. He's very successful. And they decided to reach out to me to do couples counseling. And, when they reached out, I asked them, I said, what's going on? Well, they're married. They have 2 children. They've been married for 6 years, I believe it was. And according to him, he said that her attitude is horrible. Said that she does not know how to communicate, does not know how to respond when she gets upset or angry, and it drives him nuts. She said that he thinks he can talk to her any kind of way. And because of that, she feels emotionally disconnected from him. She has no desire to be with him intimately. And when she does it out of obligation. And she said even then, she doesn't really want to do it then. So they both were on the call, and they were both talking about, their challenges. And at one point in the conversation, they ended up just going back and forth, arguing. And I let them. I sat there and I let them argue for literally about 5 or 6 minutes. Now, that may not seem like a long time to you, but on a call, that's an eternity. I'm sitting there and I'm just going back and forth, and I'm recording little notes as they're going back and forth. And when it finally calmed down to the point where I could say something, I said to them, can I be brutally honest with both of you? They said, yes. I said, have you watched any of my videos? They said, yes. I said, the 5 areas of healing and wholeness that we need to all focus on, right? They were like, yeah, we know them, right? So mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, financial, right? Those are the areas. They both agreed. I said to them, on the surface, when you look at your relationships, successful careers, both of you, attractive couple, you would think that everything is okay. But the reason why it is not okay is because, sir, your money is not enough, and ma'am, your looks are not enough.
Light-skinned Jayhawk, you see it. You see it.
So listen, that is Dr. Zeb Talley III with Life Design Strategy. He's a life design strategist and coach. You saw like and subscribe. He has some amazing videos he puts out. He's also a relationship coach, among other things. So you all go check him out if you want some help in your personal life, whether you're single or whether you are in a relationship. And that man did not ask me to give him a shout out. I am a fan. I stand him. I be on his page all the time. So this is what I want to talk about. Go ahead.
I can say this. So when I saw the video, I was driving and I was like, and I was in traffic and I was listening to the brother and I was like, this brother make a lot of sense. It was to the point when I called Granny and I was like, does he have a Zelle or something? I need to send him a donation or whatever. I feel like I've been through a therapy session.
Right. He did say that for real.
And I'm going to encourage y'all to do this. I've had somebody do this with me, but you can have those people in your life. Don't be afraid to send a little blessing to them if somebody's been a blessing to you.
Amen and hallelujah. Bless us.
Sometimes it is that you know it seems like it's a free therapy session or whatever. But look, that still is time. You feel me? Somebody invested time in you. It's okay to be a blessing to others. So yes, right mentality. I like that, dog.
Yeah, so this I like what he said though. In all of his videos, he is very fair and balanced. He doesn't lean too far one way or the other. He's not red pill or blue pill. He's like literally like we right here, right in the middle, which I love.
Healed.
You know, healed. And like you were saying, he's the 5 levels of healing, right? Emotionally, spiritually. I got to pull them up, but there are other parts of it. So you're not going to survive simply with thinking that, oh, physically, outward appearances, I bagged a baddie, or for the women, I bagged a king because he got a good job and great money, right? It ain't all about that. And so he just drew me in with that because I was married for a very long time. And in the beginning, way back when we were young, and we were really pretty much ruled by our lower extremities because we were always hot and ready to go. It was always hot and ready to go. We were ready to rumble, right?
Wind blows, and that's all it took.
Right. But then think about this. We get older, a decade passed, not even a decade. The 7-year itch rolled around. If you've been married longer than 7 years, you understand what the 7-year itch is, especially if you were like me, you got married when you were 18, but your frontal lobe didn't fully develop until after 25 years old. And you wake up one day like, what the fuck did I do? What do I do? And at that point, you start to like reevaluate what's important to you. You start to reevaluate the things you thought would keep you and hold you forever, that those things would last. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just me being honest with myself. When I first met my ex, who was at the time just a guy that I met in passing, he was 6'4". He was very, very in shape. He used to go to the gym. He was a basketball player. He played ball all the time. He resembled Michael Jordan. And at the time, Michael Jordan was like the man. Okay. He was the man. He had just won those 3 championships back to back to back. The 3-peat, I think is what they called it.
Ross.
That Ross. Oh my God. Not somebody sleeping in my bed. But yeah, it started to change because then as we get older, those things change. Your looks change. When I got married back in 1994, I was a size 4. I was a size 4. I weighed 106 pounds. And then the babies started to come, right? The babies, every time I had a baby, well, the first 2 babies, I didn't change at all. I stayed 106 pounds. My last baby, I didn't have her till I was 27. It was complicated. And I gained 30 pounds and did not drop it. So that's the first change physically.
That's the woman weight. That's the woman weight right there.
Hey, first of all, did you say 106?
106 pounds.
Ross, tell her you got to be 2 something to do something.
Well, she was doing something before. Boy.
I sure was, baby.
Baby was dropping like it was.
Let me tell you, I'll tell you what I missed about it. I'm telling you what I missed about it. Because back then we didn't have all this shit where you could like put all your pictures online. Back then, I just had to set my Polaroid up, throw my leg all the way up on the mirror naked, and just take a picture of everything and be super flexible. I'd be lucky if I get this leg halfway that high now.
We're gonna come back. We're gonna
come back to that. Let's put a pin in that one. But I want to get back on this. What y'all got to add to it? Because I need to look something up right quick.
She lightweight still. Ross said he's about throwing them around the room.
Yeah, I might be a little bit lightweight still. I touched 200, but I didn't come back down off of that. Sorry. We're gonna get back to that.
I will say this based on what he was talking about. When you're talking about your money and you're talking about the attractiveness, your appeal. I've always said this to men and women. What you lead with is which is going to be the base of who you are, what you bring to this relationship.
Right. If you lead with your wallet,
fellas, if you lead with your money, I don't want to hear you. And like you said, Cheryl, after that 7-year itch started kicking, I don't want to hear you going, oh, she don't want nothing to do with me unless it's by spending money, sir. That's what you led with. That's what That's how you got that horse to the water. That's how you made a drink. And if that's the case, then you shouldn't be questioning her. You need to question your methods. Same thing for you, ladies. If you never really showed him who you were, you only just showed him what you look like. You get what I'm saying? You never showed him who you were in the brain, in your soul, in your spirit. You just showed him who you were on the outer personality. I don't want to hear you when you get to year 7. He don't want to have nothing to do with me unless it's about sex. He don't care nothing about. You ain't showed nothing. You have brought none of your true self to the table. The key word is substance. Substance.
Yeah.
But are the women looking for substance?
Well, let me insert this right quick. That's a good question, Jonathan. And I watched a video earlier on YouTube, and I didn't think to download it to show here because I was in the middle of working, and you know how it is when you're working. You got to focus on what you're focusing on. But the young lady in the video said a lot of women don't want love. They want external validation. They want to be picked because they feel like their self-worth is wrapped up in the choosing. Okay, like, okay, I got this man, especially if a woman can get the man that they feel is emotionally unavailable or that no one else could get. If they feel like they can get that man to choose them, then they feel like they've won, that they're worthy. But that's not where your worth lies. So you're right. And look, women may not admit that. A lot of them, I ain't putting every woman in this category. So please, if you happen to see this video and you're a woman that does not think this way, by all means, pass it, don't say nothing. But if a hit dog will holler, so if you get in the comments and you be cutting up, this might be you I'm talking about. And the woman was going on to say that you have to first be so connected with yourself in what you want and don't want, that you recognize that your worth is internal, and that any man that comes into your life is an additive. He's an added value to what you already have. But if you go into it with the mentality that, hey, I just want to be picked, even if you don't say that, you could be doing everything in your power, to get this man to look at you, which is definitely, that's the definition of a pick me. But women are really, really, really good with this. Some of them, not all of them, with enticing. That's the word. Enticing the man to only look at her. But in that enticing, what's your real motive? Is it love, or is you just trying to secure the bag? And I know men don't like to hear that, because that's probably part of the problem with women nowadays and with dating, because guys are like, all the women seem transactional, and all the women are like, well, what happened to chivalry? Like, okay, I don't want to have to go pay for my own fucking date. And I can see both sides of it. But I think some women are missing the substance part. And I finally pulled up what I was going to look for in answering that question, because I had to pop it in chat GPT too, but I already know the answer to this. We all know the answer to this. Can money and looks be enough to make it last?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
No. So I put this question in chat GPT just now, and I told chat GPT to also give me supporting evidence for the answer. And it said, no, physical appearance and money alone are not enough to sustain a long-term relationship. While these factors can play a role in attraction and stability, research suggests that emotional connection, communication, trust, and shared values are far more critical for long-term relationship success. And it starts with emotional intimacy, the role of emotional intimacy. That's something I'm going to have to put all these in the after the show in the link before, but it's a published academic journal by Houston and Males in 2004, and the list goes on and on. So you got to have that emotional intimacy, and I guess there's some type of what do they call that, y'all? When women seek out emotionally unavailable men, they say there's some type of like
to be able to
wound.
change him or something.
Yeah, some type of wound within ourselves that we feel need to be nurtured. And so we chase the thing that we cannot obtain. And it has something to do with like that childhood wound, some type of wound.
That's a two-way street. That's a two-way street, because
it's a two-way street, yes.
There's also the men who what's the term? The name that Captain Saberhole. Yeah, them guys.
Players?
Yep.
No.
Not players?
The Captain Saberholes. The ones who
trying to rescue the
I
broken.
want to be what she never had.
Mhm.
I want to show her something she's never seen before.
Yeah.
You know, even though she's shown me a whole bunch of red flags, I believe if I love her like it's a puppy, like she's a puppy or something, if I just love her right and show her what unconditional love is, you gonna get your ass whooped. That's what you gonna do.
You're gonna get more than that.
You know what?
Emotionally, physically, like in every way possible, she gonna walk the dog on you.
You know what? What will attract you when you're broken will disgust you when you're healed.
Absolutely.
Man.
Absolutely. Say that again, honey, for the people in the back. Like, way in the back.
What will attract you when you're broken will disgust you when you're healed.
Okay, so
if y'all don't believe him, go back and look at your pictures from 2002 and the way we used to dress. And my sister posts stuff like that on Facebook all the time. Why y'all let me walk around with these big dangly bangles on? And we was wearing vests and jeans and button-up shirts and going to the club like this.
Yeah, it was in fashion. Now listen, I was dressing very conservatively in the early 2000s. I wasn't out there dressing crazy, but that show, what was that man on Waiting to Exhale? And he was a bum and he was a cocaine head and he was standing outside the lady's apartment window. Troy, and he had on a black leather, vest and the boots in the in the middle of summer, talking about you raggedy bitch, you need to be careful who you pick up in Christmas. Oh, yes. Here we go. Let me hit yes, because I hit something over here. I got excited. Being hobo since 2008. Right. So that's what we gotta do. He don't change.
Ross don't change.
Oh Lord. Is that good or bad though?
Well, you can count on him for being consistent. That much I can say.
Absolutely. We can say that. We can't say nothing else about it.
You can't say nothing
we
else
can
about
say
Ross.
that, baby.
You're gonna be consistent.
So yeah, I wanted to talk about that. Emotional connection is important. I want to touch on this for just a minute because I tend to shy away from now, stay away from red pill, blue pill conversations because they really disgust me. And I'm not one versus the other. I don't rock with that men versus women mentality. It's stupid. It is stupid. We all need each other. And if we are mature adults who have emotional intelligence and we recognize our position in this world and our worldview versus someone else's, there should never be a time where we feel like we hate each other, especially in the Black community.
And
reading the comment, yeah.
When we speak on things, and I believe I speak for all three of us when I say this, and really most of us with the media group. When we speak on things and we point out things in women and we point out things in men, it's not to criticize and hold one party accountable. We're just calling it like we see it. Trust and believe. We're equal opportunities around here.
Yeah, anybody can get it.
Anybody and everybody can get it. You feel me?
But
when we say, ladies, this one's for you, don't run, because it is for you. And your response should never be, but what about the men? That's called deflection. Stay with me. We're here. We're working on you, your friends, family, whoever else. Trust and believe. We're going to flip it.
Right.
Fellas, we got something for you too.
We'll get on to them too. But hey,
it's
right
like that
now
teacher. It's like that teacher when you're in elementary and she called you to the little kidney table because she had to work with you on something because you was messing up. It ain't that you the only one. You just the one that she working with right now. But she gonna see you to your desk and she gonna call Billy on over next. So come on over so you can get your lesson.
I would say that's called you being in your feelings. Don't get out your feelings. The only reason we say things to address things is really to help heal. We can't know what we're doing wrong until it's being pointed out.
And I love what you said, get out your feelings. And it's something that Dr. Zeb said. He was saying how the woman in the conversation, the husband said the woman has too much attitude. And the woman told the husband, well, you need to watch how you're talking to me. And all that, both sides of that conversation is they were in their feelings. They were in their feelings, they were upset, and their ego took over. And this is what I'm learning the older I get is if you're in a relationship with somebody and you claim to love them, you should not lead with your ego. Because every single time the two of you are going to fight, going to want to be the winner. You become in competition with one another. Be patient, lead with love. And if you do get into a conversation where you felt like your husband or your wife spoke to you in a way that wasn't loving, it's a way to approach that
What, Jonathan?
without
I'm
saying,
pretty sure.
what you say to me, I'm gonna need you, but you need to back the fuck, what you talking about? Because you know how we'll do.
Big old ages
Ready to
now.
drop it in jewels and
In
then
the
come circle
marriage.
back around.
Jonathan, I'm pretty sure you can relate to this one. Most husbands at this stage of our lives and our marriages, we have a mirror moment, TI versus TIP moment. When we look ourselves in the mirror and you're going to ask yourself one question. You want to be right or you want to be happy? You can't.
Or you want to be married?
Well, that's what happy is.
Right.
So you want to be right or you want to be happy. Because being right means you standing on business. But how important is it for you to do this? Because you know what's at risk, right? For you trying to be right, you could cost yourself everything. Is it worth it?
Okay,
Well,
so
you
I
have
have
to pick your
a
battles.
challenge. Yeah, I got a challenging
You gotta pick your
question for
battles.
y'all. I have a challenging question for y'all.
Mhm.
In that statement, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? When within that relationship, does you or your spouse have an opportunity to grow through it? If you're always going to say we're just going to cut it off, you're not going to have that conversation. You're just going to stifle that conversation because you want to be happy. How do you get around that hump? Because at some point, something will bubble to the surface if it's only suppressed. So
Well,
where's the learning moment there? If you're going to say, hey, I'm just going to let my wife win this one and let her win this one and let her win this one, what is that teaching her?
See, here's the thing. It's not a let her win. I'm gonna let you whatever you feel like you need to say or do or whatever, cool. Cause see, in the end, if I know I'm right, it's going to happen exactly the way I know it's gonna happen. So when it does happen, I'm not a big I told you so person. But at the same time, if you tried to go to war with me, I'm gonna hold your feet to the fire. You were ready to raise hell with me behind this. So I had to let you go out and bump your head.
Got it.
so for
That's
me,
the whole thing. Either you trust me or you don't.
So it's
for
not that
me,
you're giving up on whatever
No.
the
We're gonna
issue
learn a
was. It's
lesson.
just
You're
like,
just gonna learn
okay,
it the
yeah,
hard way.
we're just gonna be quiet. This is one of those shut up and listen moments. So just shut up and let's see what's gonna happen moment.
well,
Yeah, no, I'm
Around and find
sometimes
out.
it's not.
want to go back to that
Oh,
basketball.
FO was it FAFO moment?
FAFO, exactly.
Well, it also depends on how big the situation is, right? If it's minuscule, if it's really small,
Well, what am I
and
wrong?
and you could, it doesn't. It's cool. I'll go in the man cave. I'll I'll go whatever, right?
I will say this: cooling off
So,
periods in relationships are a thing, and you need that. You need the
right.
cooling off periods, y'all. Listen, it's vital to the health of your relationship.
Well,
Okay.
that depends on your personality too, because some of us get wound up tighter quicker than others. Me, I'm not quick to heat. I know I can't think straight if my head ain't level. I had to learn to become that. I wasn't always like that. But I'm one that even if I can tell you getting wound up about it, I'm like, yeah, you taking this a little too serious. I'm gonna back up.
Right.
I see where it's going for you.
I'm gonna take a walk
So
around the
again, that's
block.
when I go, I'm gonna let you bump your head. You got it.
And this is what I feel like in relationships. Well, what worked for a good majority of the time in mine wasn't that very thing. Sitting down, having the conversation about it. Sometimes if it was too heated, and people don't do this anymore, writing letters is a lost art form, apparently.
Man.
But let me tell you, like my ex used to write me letters when we were like so upset with each other, or I would write him a letter. And I would just put it in an envelope, or he would put it in an envelope, and we would set it on each other on the side of the bed before we went to work. That way, you can see it, as you can read it at your leisure. You got time to process whatever the conversation was. I have time to process it. Sometimes we will sit on it for a few days. I do that now. If it's something where I've had a disagreement with somebody, or whatever the case, it may not even be a disagreement. It may just be maybe we didn't see eye to eye. I guess that is a disagreement. And in those moments, I will be quiet and I just will step away. Let me just step away for a couple days and come back to it. Because this is what we do. Sometimes we don't see ourselves in the situation. Sometimes we only see the other person. If we get our emotions involved, we blow that other person up to be a monster because they're opposing what we're saying, especially in our relationships. Because sometimes we think that love means we agree all the time. I don't know what that shit is, but it's definitely not love. Kick that out. Kick that out. Because
I'm gonna say this.
you're gonna have disagreements, you know?
I have someone in my life. I won't say names,
Mm.
but I have someone in my life, and we don't see eye to eye on anything. Okay.
Mm.
Um, trust was broken back in the day, but um, circumstances change. We have to learn to work through it. Okay. Well, the whole thing is when I speak on certain things, it's never for what it's always based on what is your intentions. Is this for you or is this for the greater good?
Mm.
If it's for me, it ain't really nothing to talk about here. Like I'm gonna do what I want to do anyway.
Mm.
If this is something that's for the greater good, I need everybody on board. You feel me? I need all of us on the same page. So when we're constantly bumping heads, it always seems like this person can't get over the trust issue.
Mm.
And it always end up coming back to bite other people. And it costs time, it costs memories, it costs shit we can't get back.
Right.
So at some point in time, me and this person had to have a sit down. I got to go, hey, your issues with me is costing others.
Mm.
When are we going to learn from this? Because we can't keep repeating the same cycle. That's what we got to get to where we can have these honest conversations with each other. When are we going to get to the point of, all right, I got to get out of my feelings about something that happened decades ago.
Mm.
And understand he only, like, if you know me, then you know I'm only saying this for the greater good. This ain't got nothing to do with me. So when are we gonna get to that point? Sometimes I think people think time heals all wounds. That's not always the case, especially if you never dealt with them wounds.
Yeah.
Our nation is an example.
You ever seen what happens to
We're
a wound
there.
when you give it time? If you don't treat it, it becomes an infection.
That's what's happening. That's what we are in as an American
Mhm.
society. Excuse me. We're there. It's an infection. It has
Mhm.
It has
It's festering.
boiled over. Oh my goodness. What do you say? I had a chick that wouldn't back down, followed me to my mom's house and tried to square up with me. And then I think he told us this once before about the lady. That's somebody who needs to deal with their own internal struggles, because we're
That's
all just mirrors
arguing
reflecting each
fight.
other. Yeah,
Yeah,
people who like that, who just stay in that energy of wanting to fight and wanting to be in conflict, I'm gonna need you to go over there
Sound like
and work
Baby
on
D.
yourself. Work on
those
yourself.
are people who they don't know nothing but survival. All they
That's
know
it.
is surviving and fending for themselves because they never had anybody stand up for them. So they
Mhm.
think everything now is them having to stand up, speak up, and it doesn't always require you to speak.
Mm-mm.
No.
But because see, that's the thing. You don't know that I actually have your best interest at heart. Again, for the masses, for the greater good. When they can't see it, they don't know how to trust it. All they're gonna do is fight and rebel.
Very true.
Yeah,
And speaking
water
of
seeks its
that,
own level.
here is, yeah, you say that. I like that saying right there. Water seeks its
Mhm.
own level. And here is a fun fact for you guys. And this is from a study done by the University of Michigan. They followed 373 married couples for 25 years and found that the ability to communicate openly and resolve conflicts was the strongest predictor of lasting relationships. Because that's what we're talking about here. Couples who relied on external factors like wealth or beauty often reported dissatisfaction over time. So the very thing that Wayne is talking about, communicating and working through those conflict resolution. Back in the day, and I don't think they do it anymore. And I was telling my kids this, I feel like they should. I know they do marriage counseling, but I don't think. I think beyond marriage counseling, premarital counseling. I think couples should be required to go see an actual therapist. Not the
Yeah.
council, not the church, just because the church has a very biased traditional view. They have a very one-sided, narrow view of how they think marriage should go. I
Yep.
feel like they should work
Mhm.
those out because sometimes we have these triggers in ourselves and we don't even know it. Then we get married or we get in these relationships and we blow up on the person we claim to love and they don't have shit to do with them. It's just something they said that triggered us. But a lot of times we're too
Mhm.
prideful to admit that okay, um, I was actually the problem.
Mm.
It,
Let's
Right?
be
You know what
honest.
I'm
Let's
saying?
be honest. Let's be
you want to know the
honest.
truth? I ain't got
Mhm.
no problem. Well, I'm
Mm,
saying for me, I can't speak
mm,
for it. I have no problem getting to that point
mm.
if my whole mentality, my whole thought process is let's just find out the problem.
Yeah, let's get to the root.
I'm not worried about
To the root.
me,
To the
you.
root.
Let's find out what the actual problem is,
Hmm.
So,
and then let's
some
solve it.
people are
It
Right.
might
afraid
be
to look
me,
in
it
that
might
mirror.
be you, it might be some shit from our past.
Yeah.
It might be some shit you doing and you trying to sneak whatever.
Hmm.
But it's like a check engine light on the car. Figure this shit out before you burn the motor up.
Please do. Because then you don't have a car. Now you're out of money, you're out of the car. It's a domino effect. That's what I'm saying. It's a
Boom.
Mm.
domino effect. So now you
Now you're
got
gonna
this one
peak and
thing.
repeat,
Yeah.
you know,
I can't repeat. I'm too old for that
peak
shit.
and
I can't
repeat.
do it.
Eat
Cannot
and
do
repeat.
it. I cannot do it. So other things, of course, no, physical attraction is not a permanent bond. I'm gonna put all these resources in the link below. I gotta remember to do that tonight before I crash out.
I kind of feel like Frankie Beverly right now.
What Frankie Beverly say?
I'm just glad I feel like that with this cap on. We rocking it, baby.
You make me happy.
There you go.
Hey, this you can tell. Stay
Shout out.
right beside
Yeah,
me. Come on now.
Look, 2024 took one from us, boy.
He took
Ooh,
him. Oh man, definitely took one. That hurt my heart. They had a second line for Frankie Beverly when he passed in New Orleans.
I bet you it was
Uh,
huge.
oh, it was amazing. And he would always come to New Orleans Jazz Fest. We would see that man like every year.
Mhm.
I'm saying
And
we
Essence
because
Fest too, right?
I'm include myself in the
that's the
collective,
best.
huh?
Yeah.
Essence Fest, yes, every year.
Mhm.
So he will
I think
be
last
sadly
year.
missed.
No, or the year before that. 2023 was his last one, I think.
Yeah, he didn't come last year. Of course
No,
he's
he actually announced. I think that was the farewell. I think
mhm.
that was 2023.
Yeah, that he would be. We love it. We love it, man.
Man,
Anything Frankie Beverly and Mace has put out over this past 45 years, 50 years has been absolute golden.
man,
Absolute
where else
gold,
could you go where he holds the mic and you guys just sing? We all just sung the song, right?
We knew
Yeah.
it. We knew it. It was beautiful at times.
I'll let you go.
Oh, wait.
Come on now. Come on
There
now.
it
We got to
is.
throw you
There
some
it is.
dollars. Y'all throw him some dollars for that. But here's
Y'all
something
go
else
ahead
that's
and hit the Zelle or the Cash App for
hit
us.
that Zelle. Hit that Zelle. Come on now. The floor is yours.
Look here. I ain't gonna lie to you for the anomaly fee shit. You know, I know to act the fool every now and then. Just,
All
Ushers,
right.
close the
Okay.
doors.
Close the
Close the
doors.
doors.
Close the doors. Close the doors, Usher.
Hey,
Close the doors. Uh-huh.
Close doors.
Close the doors. And let me tell y'all something.
Hey, in his defense though, I have been because okay, so apparently this was from a year ago. Marvin Sapp, by the way.
Uh-huh.
This is from a year ago, and it was at a national convention. Now, if you a church baby and grew up in the church, you know what those are.
Yeah.
You know what those are. You know they cost. Like
Big
they
money.
cost because they're bringing in ministers and churches from all over the country.
Yep.
Especially if they're going to be speakers and performers. So
but the question is, didn't they have the money up front before they did that?
Mm.
You don't put on
but
an
you
event
still have to
without you.
revamp from certain things. Because again, the amount of people that come in, you got to feed them folk. Some people, I mean, it's a certain level of hospitality you do show by being the host of a convention.
I don't think that's what the people were.
But
I don't think that's why they got their
tripping
pennies
over
in
the
a bunch
closing
about.
doors joints or
But
whatever.
that's literally you holding me hostage. But this is a common practice. Now,
It's
Marvin
very
Sapp
common.
being
Right
on the
or wrong.
stage that he is on, it drew attention and it went viral. But I grew up in church. I ended up marrying a guy that became a pastor, and we did a lot of conferences and conventions. And that was not uncommon for the pastors in the pulpit to say, close the doors, ushers, okay? And it will be like right after, like they have already had like a offering. and then we'll do praise and worship. And this is
Mhm.
a side note. This is a squirrel moment. We're gonna get back to our topic in a minute. And they would go and count. And if they didn't reach whatever goal they were setting out to reach, they would come back out. And then they would say that, and they would say what they were raising it for. And I'm pretty sure we didn't get the whole context of it because we only got that one little piece. And I'm out of this mentality now because growing up and getting beyond that, this divorce, my way, the way I think about God and
So wait.
spirituality is
Time out.
way different now.
Time out.
But back then, we did not see a problem with the pastor saying, "Usher, shut the doors. This is what we're going for." And I remember I was in one particular conference where they were asking the people in the pulpit to put in anywhere from 500 to 750. And I'll never forget, one of our church members put a 20 in there. And she said, "I'm just giving 5. I need my 15 back. I need gas to get home." And the usher had the nerve to tell her that they weren't giving change. You're going to give it tonight because she went.
See, that's the bullshit right there. That's bullshit right there, right there.
She went in there. She got her 10 and her 5 out. She was like, 2.
Oh, I got 20 back.
Right. So it was a problem. It was a problem. That was a problem.
I'm gonna need black church to learn one.
They need to learn that shit.
You can't play by our God, and you definitely can't play by our money.
And don't lock me in there. I mean, now that I'm beyond the church mentality.
I watched the video.
Beyond the veil. Beyond the veil.
I'm beyond the veil. Yeah.
They closed the door. I never heard him say lock the door.
No, they just closed it.
Yeah, he said close the door. He said it repeatedly, and he might have been a little, aggressive.
Aggressive. Let's go. He was passive aggressive. Don't call it what it is.
But most pastors, if I'm being honest, are, because they know they own this right here. So they ain't got time to pussyfoot around with you and play with you. So it is gonna come out a little. Again, as a church baby raised up all the way through this thing, I done seen it from some of everybody. But
yeah,
I've never been a fan of that whole putting people on the spot, telling people. And what you just said, we didn't reach our goal, so let me come back out.
Yeah, they'll come back out. I ain't even lying to you. I done seen that happen a many a time.
Y'all don't see we didn't. You don't see it right here. We didn't make the goal, and I've been sitting there just going,
Well, okay.
well, let's pray about it.
That's not our problem, because in this economy, with this crazy ass orange fella that's running the country, you're not about to get another nickel out of nobody. So
they must.
And his South African concubine.
They thought he was doing a different sermon up there, just talking about.
I'm like, I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
Y'all don't met too many cricket pastors, man. I'm gonna be real with you.
I have too.
I have.
And that's
Marvin Sapp is actually a very genuine, transparent man. Good guy naturally. In the church, what he did is actually very normal.
Yes, now, normal behavior.
We as a whole need to kind of rethink this whole thing about that.
Never would have paid it.
Probably so. But I don't think we need to go around and assassinate that man's character behind it.
No, it's very common. I'm telling you, it is so common. But because the internet being what it is, they'll take a very small soundbite or clip or something and run with it.
That's a lie. It happened at Mount
Carmel. It happened at all the churches. If you went to a black church,
it definitely happened at Mount Carmel numerous times.
So here's where I have some concerns. Right? Here's concerns. I've been to conferences, to say real estate conferences, huge conferences, right? They ain't taking them donations at the real estate conferences.
No, because they charge enough.
Else so
they charge enough to make sure that all of that is covered.
Yeah.
I mean, so if it's woman thou art loose, Jake's is gonna charge enough up front.
Right.
I'm not saying the Jakes did this. I'm not okay. Everybody, I'm not saying TD Jakes did this. But what
let's use a different reference.
Yeah, because
we don't want to be swallowed up. I'm sorry, it's ruined for
them. I can't get going.
No. I'm not saying
Creflo Dollar. Let's use old Creflo Dollar in his private.
No, because Creflo won his private jet.
He got it. He don't want it. He got it. He got it. Let's get back. Let's reroute. Let's reroute. We're gonna go
We
on a
got some more
commercial
stuff we
break.
need to get into.
Yeah, we're gonna go on a quick commercial break, and when we return, we're gonna talk about this unprocessed, unfeathered natural beauty. We're gonna come back to it.
Let's do it.
Mhm.
Sweatpants on, hair tied.
We'll be back.
Tired of your resume getting ignored? Wouldn't it be great to have a resume that stands out? Job seekers are getting ghosted due to ineffective resumes. Meet 1-800-RESUMES LLC. They create ATS-friendly resumes that appeal to both robots and humans, ensuring you get noticed. How it works. They customize your existing resume to match job qualifications by optimizing keywords the ATS looks for. Plus, preparation for interview questions increases your chances of landing the job. With 1-800-RESUMES, you'll experience more interviews, better job matches, and confidence in your application process. What our customers say. Sounds exciting? Call 1-877-520-4040 for superpowered resumes.
Looking for great music and dope podcasts? BWNC Radio is where it's at. Black with No Chaser Radio. Download the app now. Come for the dope podcast, stay for the dope music. Also available on Apple stores and Google Play stores.
Hey y'all, we are back. I had to grab some socks because my feet are freezing. But you all saw the ads. Make sure you support BWNC Radio. It is made by us, Black owned, okay, for everybody, but hey, mostly for us. So y'all go ahead and download BWNC Radio app today. It is free, and we have all the latest podcasts and the dopest music. And on top of that, I know you all need resumes. The way this economy going, I'm looking for those layouts to come any day. Please hit me up at 1-800-RESUMES.com, or you can email me at 1-800-RESUMES@gmail.com. I'm going to revamp that commercial, but that's what it is for now. I know that's one of those businesses where people don't need them until they need them. Remember me when you need one, because I got you. I got you. So let's get back to this topic.
So Ross, just for clarity, no, Malcolm never did do that. I thought you meant the whole taking up the big donation things and hitting set numbers before, but no, as far as coming back out, saying we came up shout and we need y'all to dig deeper.
Oh, I've seen those before.
I've seen that done before several times.
I've never in my life.
Deep in your pants. Deep in your pockets.
Sometimes they will come 1, 2, 3 times, or it depends. Sometimes they'll set it up before. Like say if the offering is about to start, but the offering hadn't started and they're getting ready to make the announcement that are the expectations for offering. Sometimes they'll do it then too. It's just different ways. It's not the same. We all know how freaking the offering time at church can go. It's a few varieties to it. Okay. Now, I ain't never been to y'all church, so I can't speak on y'all church. I'm just speaking on the many different conferences I have gone to over the years as a pastor's wife.
Oh, respect.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, when we were, I have never seen anybody come back out afterwards.
I've seen that before.
Hey, you gotta dig a little deeper. Anyway, man.
Let's switch gears. Let's switch gears. I want to talk about this.
The natural beauty.
Let's talk about this unprocessed beauty.
It's giving. You see it.
You see, this is natural glow. It really is. I don't have on any makeup other than a little tiny bit of lipstick. That's it. That's all I got on. And we, as women, sometimes we are very self-conscious about ourselves. Men love unprocessed beauty, whereas we struggle with it. And because and it's a lot of reasons why we struggle with it. But before I get into all those, one of my favorite people is going to give his take on it, his opinion. I love him so much. I stand so hard for this guy, Eric Benet. Did you get what his video? Because I really want to
I
play what
got
he
you.
had.
I got you. I got you.
Okay.
Matter of fact, Mr. Eric
So,
Benet, come on down.
what's up, Eric?
Come on down here, sir.
Come on
Popular
through.
opinion, but I just want to see if y'all kind of think like I do about this. Well, what's the use of having a TikTok if you can't have a little controversy? This ain't really controversial. It's just my opinion. My opinion is I think a woman is the most visually stunning and attractive when she has no makeup on. And when I say no makeup, I mean no makeup, no concealer, no blush, no lipstick, nothing. And ladies, I know y'all gonna say, I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, well, Eric, a lot of times y'all men be thinking we don't have makeup on, but we just got a fresh look. And, you know, it's like that fresh look makeup. You can't really tell. I can tell. I can tell. I know the difference. And the look that you think I'm not going for, that's what I'm going for. That look when you took all the makeup off and you look like you just washed your face, and I can see the skin on your lips. I can see the skin under your, I can see this. I can see your eyelids. No, like, that's the look I'm going for.
That's the look we're going for, huh?
That man was married to Halle Berry's.
Okay, listen.
Oh, yes.
I want
his money.
so I want to get y'all's opinion on that before I get to running my mouth. Do y'all
He was
agree,
married to Halle
disagree, or what?
Berry's.
He ain't now.
Yeah, I know. He's married to Prince's ex-wife, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Matei or
I think
Matai.
he had a sex addiction, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
according to
he had a
him.
sex addiction.
Yeah, he had a
Most
sex
men
addiction.
do, if you ask me. I think they have.
No, they're really.
I didn't say all men.
No, I mean, like, for real. I thought that was the craziest thing. You think
It's
normally
definitely an
you know, that way.
addiction.
There are. It's just men and women.
Mhm.
But it's a different drive. Like, honestly,
Mhm.
those are people that will use anything and anyone to get that. It's that high,
Yeah.
euphoric feeling. They will use anything and anyone to obtain that feeling,
Whether it's
and that's a
corn
dangerous thing
or,
because any and everybody can be hurt. Nothing is safe around them, and I do mean physical objects too.
And I don't know, maybe children. Gotta be careful with those people. But let's get back to what he was talking about.
So what he was saying,
Mhm.
sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. That's when you're the prettiest. I hope that you don't take it wrong. Men really mean, I'm an affectionate person.
Mhm.
Like, I'm not affectionate with everybody, but with the one that I'm,
Mhm.
yeah, I like to, nibble and kiss. I don't want makeup all in my mouth and everything. And trust me, like, that's what I said. I'm gonna catch you slipping, and I know he done that too. That's why he said that. Even if y'all say it's just a little concealer, it all comes. We know.
And it come off, even if you put on a little bit and you go hang out with your mans, or you're married and you with your mans, it's gonna come off on his pillows. It's gonna come off. So you're
Everywhere.
gonna see that you got it on. So ain't no sense that just wash your face.
It's
also a
like you're
cultural
revealing.
thing, too.
It says I'm trusting you with the barest parts of me. I
Yeah.
consider it like nudity. Okay.
That's a vulnerability of what's the word? Vulnerability that a lot of people aren't comfortable
Well, that's why
with.
I said I consider it like nudity. There are
Mhm.
some people who only like to do anything in the dark. They do not want to be seen.
Mhm.
They have insecurities.
Absolutely.
They have flaws and things that they just do not want anybody, no matter how much they say they trust you, to see it. For you to be able to bare yourself to me, even if it is just your makeup, your bare naked face, that shows a level of trust and vulnerability that you have with me. I know we here. I know that's old school with it. We here though.
That's the definition of intimacy.
Yeah.
For into me, I need for you to see, right? So that's becoming is bearing all right. So it's cold, but think about this.
What?
When I was in college, I dated this amazing young lady. She was from the continent of Africa, and you could not catch her without her makeup on at all, at all.
Mhm.
But it was, I mean, that was, I mean, I
It may
guess
have
that's
been
what
part of her culture, but
it was part of, but it was, and I've learned so many things from her. But it's different. But that was one thing, right? Her appearance and having the makeup, that was important for her. But she didn't want to be caught without it on.
well, here's the crazy part.
She,
In the Indian culture, I learned from a guy that I used to work with years and years ago. And this is another topic for another day. But he was betrothed to a girl when she was 14, and they parents knew they were going to be getting married. So he was going to collect his bride, and I found out from him that those women, he was Muslim. They are plain faced out in the public.
mm-hmm,
They wear their hijabs and they're very
mm-hmm,
plain faced out in the public. But at home is where they dress up for their spouse. They put their makeup on. They put their
mm-hmm,
nice lingerie or whatever it is. They do their
mm-hmm,
hair up, and it's
mm-hmm.
a sign of respect and sensuality. Plus, those people got the Kama Sutra, so they know what the fuck they doing over there in India. But some of them, depends on what it is. But yeah, the women don't dress up for the public. They only dress up for their spouse. Did y'all
Looking
know
at you,
that?
Tiki.
I'll say that I grew up with a young lady, one of my closest friends in junior high.
Hmm.
So we were younger, entering. I think she was like a year ahead of me. My seventh grade year was her eighth. That was my first year to junior high. And she was one of the most naturally beautiful women. She was of the Indian culture, like I said, but one of the most naturally beautiful women I had ever met in my life. And of course, I was 13. But that's still, as a young, okay, I'm gonna take you back to the time. This is 1995. I had
Yeah.
pictures of all the Jet Beauty, whatever's all
Oh,
over.
I missed that. Yes, Jet Beauty of the Week.
So again, a wandering eye at 13, you've seen all kinds of beautiful. This is one of the most beautiful women young ladies I had ever laid eyes on.
Hmm.
And then around her ninth grade year, she started putting makeup and certain things. And I was like, what are you doing? And my
She
little
must have been
immature
very
self said,
Americanized.
hey, don't do that. Like, you're beautiful just the way you are. Not realizing it may have come off a bit insulting. And it was not my intention. I was really just like, man, why would you take that? Would be like me taking a old school Mustang. I'm talking about like a 67 and in its natural form, which is classic material, and it's at its most valuable. I'm gonna go and hook it up and put rims on it and throw tin on the windows and put some speakers in the trunk. No, I just devalued this. At its most valuable is in its most natural.
But this is the thing, though, and this is where this is a double standard, especially in American culture. Not, and that girl was Americanized. You put makeup
She
on.
was. Well, she
Okay,
was in
so
certain form because again,
this is the double standard in America. It's going back years and years and years, and we cannot change what's being overnight. But for beauty standards for women versus men in America are two totally different things. And we have been taught since very little children, very little girls, in order to attract a spouse, attract a mate, this is what you should look like. This is what society will accept. And they even buy us baby dolls and Barbie dolls and all these things, magazines back in the day that told you what you should look like. We had family members and church members all talking about being presentable, even right down to Sister Monique saying for us not to wear our bonnets in public. Think about all of this,
And your pajamas
um,
too.
and
And
your
your
pajamas
pajamas
too,
too.
to always be presentable in public. And of course it does represent who you are as a person. But we have all these beauty standards put on us, placed upon us from years ago. And I ain't do enough research to be pulling out all these different facts, but you all know where I'm going with this. Social norms, media, our families, the community, the church, all put pressure on women to look their very best at all times because unfortunately, whether we want to admit it or not, in this American society, women are pitted against each other for a mate.
Mm-hmm.
It's even to this day, we can see that happen. Even on YouTube, the videos I've done where I had a filter on my face, where I had makeup on, they always seem to do better. Now, shout out to YouTube and to the new subscribers because we are getting some views on our lives too, which is great because I don't always wear makeup on these. And I have another channel for 1-800-Resumes where the more dressed up I was, the more views I got, which is absolutely insane. So it's something with the appearance, but I get what he's saying. It took me a long time to be comfortable with this size. So for men, it's like, oh, I think you're beautiful. Like you told the Indian girl, you thought she was beautiful naturally. I've seen my body change so much over the years from a size 4 in 1994 to a size 10 in, I don't even know, 2005 to a size 12 in 2013. And I'm still 12. I just stayed here. And one of my aunties said, well, you know, that's your grown woman body. You're a grown woman now, you know, this is your grown woman body. But it takes some time to get used to seeing a fupa where a six pack used to be, to see cellulite where muscle used to be, you know,
getting comfortable with the skin, the trend.
You have to get comfortable with it. And even like I could see the changes in my face as I get older from what I was to what I am. And life comes at us so fucking hard. I don't know about y'all. Graduating high school, getting married, having babies, going to college, my ex-husband becoming a preacher. Life came at me so fast. I didn't have time to think through a lot of shit because I was in survival mode myself, you know? And then now when you finally sit back and you say, oh, look at my body now. And it took a while to get comfortable with this body naked in front of another person, let alone myself. I had to get used to this for me. And then to introduce it to someone else, it's like, whoa. So even though for men, it's easy, y'all like us in our natural state. For women, we're overcoming a lot because the standards are just different. Men, they don't put that much pressure on y'all when you get older and your body changes. I know personally, individually, you have to get used to it too, you know. But for some reason, that pressure is always on the woman to look her best. You know, I don't get it. It's crazy.
That is what you said is a standard that
beauty standard.
It's a
and it's still here. It's very prevalent today.
They would say that men have put that on. I think
it's society.
Women do it too.
No. It's a societal thing. It's not women doing it to women or men doing it to women. It's a societal thing. It's an expectation. It's a social norm.
Like you said, I think there are other women who have done it to other women.
Yes, because we've been pitted against each other's competition. Absolutely.
Yeah,
but black women have had it even worse.
For instance,
I think
men grew up in the era where. Well, most of us grew up in the way, especially as young boys. If you were around other boys, folks gonna crack jokes. You had to have thick skin. You know, you couldn't run crying home. They talking about my nose. They talking about my. Bro, I was born with them. I can't do nothing about it. You feel me? I had to really grow into them. If you know, you know. Cause yeah. I had a point in my life. I don't know if y'all remember Damon Wayne said a little cartoon called Wayne Head. Hi.
No.
Hi. Yeah, I had a little area where that was my little nickname because them ears were sticking out on you, boy, at one point. But anyway, our flaws are pointed out early.
Yeah.
And what you gonna do? Hide? You gonna wear a skull cap in July? I mean, these kids nowadays will.
I think going to this
we just had to deal with shit. Like, we just had to deal
well, we
with
did too. If I would have went home and complained to my mama that anybody picked on me, that anybody said something about me, if somebody hurt my big feelings, I grew up in the project. They would drag my ass back outside. Go get the other person out and make me face it. So I get it. I didn't have that option either.
With it. It wasn't even like it really had to go in one ear and out the other. It was over that fast. It had to be, because if not, then this person can now control you. They can trigger you. They'll get you riled up, and then you getting suspended all from fighting and everything. And then you know how you got to explain to your parents how stupid that is. What you fighting in school for? They're talking about my ears. And then that's when you get smacked in your ear. Because
it all depends. What she said to you? Well, you should have beat her ass. I had a different. It's a little different.
It was always worse has been said.
Your
then
sticks
you
and
got some
stones say,
years.
break my bones,
Like
but words will
worse has
never
been
hurt
said.
me.
You better get your together and go do what you got to do.
Words hurt. Fuck
But
that. Words hurt.
so when
For a
you
long
get
time
older,
too.
your nose broke. You
For a
broke your
long
nose
time.
playing football. What it is. Like Owen Wilson actor.
Mm-hmm.
He embraced it. Shit is what it is for most men. You born with it. Whatever you got, your dick small, your dick big, your arm fucked up. You gotta walk with a limp. Shit is what it is.
But
It
here's
is
the
what it is.
thing, even in
And you
all of
gotta find
that,
a way.
men still get to choose. When women have these type of deformities, 9 times out of 10, they are not even in the running. And let's just be honest about that.
There's a lid for every pot. So I'm
Well,
saying,
we say that, but honestly, it's not. If we're being honest,
no, we didn't see some fucked up shit.
yeah, we have.
The-
Yeah, look at
the-
Miss. What's that couple? What's that couple? Weird ass couple, Charles and Netta.
Yeah, again, it's a lid for
For
every
every
pot.
pie, I guess it is a lid for every pie. You just got to
Have you
find
seen
your
videos
lid.
of the 135-pound man with the 400-pound girlfriend?
What the
There's a
hell? What they
lid
doing?
for every pot.
Oh, I don't know. Remember that one time we did that study and it showed that there's way more women in the world than men. So are you sure
It
there's a
always
lid for every
it
pot?
is.
So there's not a lid for every pot. It's not.
Depends on what your preference is.
Well, we're gonna talk about that on different conversation because there is not a lid for every pot. Let's just be honest with ourselves.
Some pots have multiple lids.
That's why I said it depends on what your preference
because
is.
it's some people polygamy, and I mean we can. This show is not about polygamy, so we're not
No,
going to go there.
not tonight.
We're open-minded.
Not. And we have
Right.
talked about that conversation before. Okay.
Mhm.
And we will circle back to it again, I'm sure. But this is what
So here's my
Go ahead.
question: why do you think that we as men love the unblemished, natural look of a woman? Why do
It's
you
what you
think so?
grew up with in your household with your moms. Y'all didn't see that. You know what a woman look like.
Mhm.
You know what she looks like natural. And a lot of times men, whether I think it's subconscious most of the time, you choose women who resonate with your energy and your spirit. And sometimes that's from people in your past that you grew up with. And it doesn't even click to you that they have some of the same features as mom, auntie, grandma. Not to say that you're trying to date that kind of person.
I have never dated a woman who resembled anything like
Not
that.
resemble, energy wise, feeling wise, that part, personality wise. Because a lot of times we will see something physically and be attracted to it, not taking into account what that aura is of that person, like what that energy is, how I'm aligning with that person. We always overlook that emotional and spiritual connection, like it's not there, but it is there, and it goes way back to the ancestors. So you know what natural looks like. You know in your subconscious what you want in a spouse, even if you can't articulate it. We've learned most of what we're going to learn by the age of 7. It's cemented in our subconscious mind. So
For
somewhere
me,
deep down in there, you know what natural looks like for you, and that's what you're going to gravitate towards. They take off all that shit, and you're going to love them just like that because that's what you're attracted to spiritually. That's my take on it. That's my
You know what?
my take.
what do you think, Mo?
My wife. I've said this to my wife. I've been married to my wife. This year makes 13. Matter of
Oh,
fact,
okay.
13
Congrats,
years.
man. Congrats.
But we've been together since 2008, November 2008. So we talking 16 plus years.
Mhm.
I've seen her since she was 24 years old. Think about it. So that's 24 to 40. I've seen her in a lot of different variations.
Right.
I've seen her as a 24-year-old spiky hair, that Holly Berry Flintstones look.
Yeah.
But now she got dreads hanging down her butt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen her go from big booty, small waist to absolutely swollen carrying my baby. And guess what? She was just as beautiful the day she was 9 months pregnant, the day before she delivered my daughter, as she was the day before she was impregnated with her. Why? Because to me, that's a beautiful thing. Like, you're carrying my baby. That's absolutely gorgeous to me.
But that's not only a physical thing you're feeling.
No, and that's the
Right.
thing. So when you talked about what matches or what's been taught to us to be natural for us, none of the women that I've been attracted to have ever physically mirrored my mother. What I wanted them to mirror when it came to my mother was the same thing I wanted when it came to my grandmother, and that was their heart.
Right.
I want that to mirror that,
Yeah,
because
you're resonating
no
with that.
woman
Mhm.
has ever loved me like my mother, my grandmother, and I even though my aunt, my godmother. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if and it's that no matter what may come about, no matter how you change, no
Mm-hmm.
matter how you evolve, what you go through, you still mine and I love you. That's the way I was loved, and that's exactly the way that I love my wife.
You see how that
See,
came full circle?
it
Yeah.
you just proved what light skinned Jayhawk.
Just say
It
right. You just proved
just
what Dr. Zeb said. I don't know if he gonna like it. I don't know if he'll ever see this in life. Dr. Zeb, like,
like the
Got a
Zeb.
light skinned
excuse
friend
me, y'all.
just like J Hawk.
Hey, that is crazy.
So
But I agree with that. I think that's what it is. And guys just don't
yeah.
care. And this is gonna segue us into the next part of our conversation. So when I started dating again, which was hard to do after being married for a long time, I got really one man looking at the whole of this body in all of its different phases. So when I finally got brave enough to say I'm a date and I'm gonna go out here, because I have needs too. My first hesitation, I kid you not, was the hang up with my body and the different parts that I had to get used to seeing. My fupa, stretch marks, back fat, double chin. Because when you on top and you do this right here, all this don't be looking the same no more. It look a little different. The view changed. So I thought about all of this. Like, oh my God, I ain't gonna
You
be able to do
did. You
that.
thought about that, J
I
Hawk.
thought about that. I thought about
J
that, like
Hawk.
being
When
on
that
top of
woman's on
somebody
top
with
of
the
you,
head
looking
down.
down at you, is you looking at that?
Look,
Man,
I'm
man, know
seeing
that tits. Man,
the
don't say- don't
stars,
say-
the
Now
Your,
listen, let me make this
the moon.
disclaimer
your
because these two
perspective is
subjects,
not ours. We don't
well,
be looking.
listen, these two subjects are about to overlap. We're talking about unprocessed beauty, but we're going right into sex after 40. So if you are a super duper uber Christian, this is a conversation you don't want to have. Now's the time to like
Man,
come
don't,
on.
Christians
if
have
you're
no.
uncomfortable with the topic
Wait.
of sex, now's your chance to
Christians have
leave.
sex too.
Yeah, leave. Now's the
Because
time to leave.
what you're not gonna do is just sit up in here while we're having this conversation and think you're
Right.
just gonna sit back and just go.
I don't even care no more. All y'all go to hell.
We're not gonna do it. We are comfortable in
Conservative.
who we are.
Yes,
We're not
very.
going to hell for talking about it. We're very
No,
human, very adult, grown as you feel me.
very, very, very grown.
Now,
So,
If
woo,
getting
you're
this out the way.
if you are very in his eye, or if you're very pious, now it's your time to leave.
I will say this to pious people. Bye. Thank you all for tuning in this far. But if you're prudish or you are not comfortable with this topic, by all means, you can leave.
This
Do
this ain't
subscribe
gonna
though
go
and
anything.
like up until this point. So
Mhm.
here we go. Beauty. So becoming comfortable with my body after 40. So finally started dating and finally decided to get intimate with somebody. And this was somebody that I had known from high school years ago. And so we did, and I told him, I was like, okay, so 16-year-old Cheryl, this is that girl gone. Like this ain't her. Okay, sir. And he was like, yeah, 16-year-old, my name, he gone. I got gray hair everywhere. So let's just do this, right? Let's just get it on. Let's just do it. So that
Let's
made it a
get it
little,
on.
it made it a little bit easier, but he turned out to be a little bit judgmental. So I was like, nah, sir, now you gotta go. Because you cannot be critiquing this shit right here. Either you love it or you gotta go. So it was good at first, because like he was like, yeah. But then he started like making these little talking about, oh, we gotta go to the gym and we gotta I already do all this, sir. So what you trying to say? So
What?
he exited stage left. So that was like one of the first experiences after my
What?
divorce. He had to
He
exit
said
stage.
this during sex?
No.
Oh, I
Like
was gonna
it
say,
was
wait a
after. No, it was like we were just having a conversation, and he was
oh, I was gonna
like,
say, yo,
he,
wait a minute.
not during. It was
I was,
never any problem
I
doing.
was like,
It was like after, like, hey, if we stay in this connection and we can like work out together and we could do this. And I'm like, where did it come say? Where did it come from?
so question.
Where it come from?
Was he the type of guy that was in shape? Was the gym
He was
something he
yes, he was in shape.
so perhaps
Okay. Okay.
that was a way for him to connect, because he's a gym head. He was like,
He wasn't a gym head. He was in shape though.
oh,
We're not gonna gloss it over. We're not gonna gloss
I
it.
didn't know. I'm just trying to look.
He was
I'm
in
just trying
shape
to.
because he had a job that kept him. It was the kind of work he did. It was very physical and very
Oh, okay,
straight.
no.
So yeah, that kept him
But
in
moving
shape.
on, his loss.
But here's go his loss. So that was like, okay, I can't do this. And then I was like, okay, if this gonna be an issue, I'm just gonna have to get me a vibrator and just call it that. But my
Rose.
believe it or not, one of my youngest daughters, one of her ex-boyfriends, I still call him my son. That dude was so cool. But I was in the house all the time. And he came and spent a Christmas and a Thanksgiving with us in 2021. And he was like, "Do you not know you're beautiful? Like, you're absolutely gorgeous." He was like, "You should get out more." And I was like, "Well, thank you, person that I just met 2 weeks ago. I appreciate the insight. He was like, "No, seriously." He was like, "Just try it out. Like, get on Bumble, try it out. You never know. You might meet somebody that's cool." He was like, "All I'm saying is put yourself out there and don't be afraid to do that." He was like, "To you," and this guy was like, I think he was like 18, 19 or 20 at the time. He was like, "To you, you point out your flaws." He was like, "Everybody gonna be looking at that shit." So I did. I got on Hinge and I met this guy. And I was really hesitant for like 3 months. I was like, "Oh, no, 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 no." I was really hesitant for like 3 months. Finally, we meet up, right? And it
I
was like
remember.
sparks was flying. It was like that kind of thing. It was a really cool connection. And then like so we get to the point where we're about to be intimate. And I remember pausing. I was like, "Oh, wait, hold on, wait. Yeah, wait, hold on. Like I wasn't prepared for this. Like I got this fupa." And he was like, "Girl, take them damn clothes off. Like, what are we doing? Like, who looking at that? Who looking at that?" So
So
um
it was for 3 months, right?
Look, looking at it, I'm holding
it
on
was
to
it was well, I started talking to the guy in like December of 2021, and we didn't actually meet until March of 2022. We didn't actually
So,
physically.
so Granny, were
Mhm.
you using Steve Harvey's 90-day
No,
rule?
absolutely not. No, I was
Okay,
just
I just
nervous.
curious. Okay.
Uh, I was still trying to I was trying to find my footing. Because think about it, that's a long time to be married. I felt like I was in a time capsule. And
Got
then
it.
I
Okay.
divorced. And then when I came back into the dating world, it wasn't nothing like it was back in the 90s.
No.
Everything was online, nothing was organic. I couldn't meet
Uh-uh.
a man in person, and we plan a date and we go to dinner or we go to movies because apparently that shit is played out now, right?
It is
And at the time, Kevin Samuel was alive and well, and I'm like, is everybody listening to this motherfucker right here? Because if men think like this, I ain't gonna never get a date. Right, I don't never get a
is
date if he
is
keep and then the
poop
women.
in the
And what
dating
really
pool.
what really drove me crazy was the women who called in to Stedman's
Kevin
the
Samuel.
man's show. They
Mhm.
called
To be
into to
critiqued.
his show
To
to
be
be
critiqued.
critiqued. And I'm thinking, how low is your self-esteem? Like you want this much external validation because of this guy who looks gay. I thought that man was gay. And then they said they found him dead with a prostitute or something. I don't even know the story because
No,
I don't know that man like
she
that.
was
Kevin
a
Samuel.
nursing student from Fort Worth.
Are we
So
sure?
yeah, she was a nurse. She was a nurse, not nursing student. She was a nurse from Fort Worth.
He should have lived if she was a nurse.
Mhm. Well, he took something
Shit.
and some stuff, and
Yeah, work that out.
He
I'm
took
just
that honey pack.
he took. Well, it was before, and he chased it with like a Red Bull or whatever too.
He
And
took
so
that honey pack.
and
Yeah,
so after
well,
they had
Blue,
been,
Blue Diamond and trying
yeah,
to keep up with them young girls.
yeah, because she was younger, right? She was younger, right?
not to
But
her, but to him trying to keep up with young girls.
yeah, but she did not look like the typical woman that he was promoting that people they should look like on his podcast.
Sound like she was a jump off.
But
What was
but
she?
he
Was
did
she?
it. No, she flew out there. She flew from Fort Worth. He used to live here in Dallas.
He flew her out?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't care nothing else
Let me
about
be
him.
honest.
I was
Yeah.
just saying.
Mhm.
I mentioned him because I felt like that's what the attitude was at the
Right.
time.
Right. Well deserved, right? But I can't put the lady out and say she was a prostitute when she was a nurse and everything. But
Okay,
she kept
cool.
saving.
That is cleared up. I hope you're doing fine, Miss Nurse Lady. If you see.
She killed him with she killed him with
How did
Thank
go?
God. On
On
top of
top
things.
of it. Y'all are a mess. But anyway, long story short, I got more comfortable because this guy was like, okay, if I wouldn't be fucking with you if I didn't think you were attractive. Like, what we doing? What we doing? What we doing? Come on, like, come on, girl. So I got a little bit more comfortable with it. So yeah, but let me tell you, I've had a few experiences, and I have learned that what the things my body used to do when I was in my 20s, this shit does not bend that way no
Here we
fucking
go.
more. It does not. Let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you when I learned this. I learned this when I don't know what happened, but it was the move where you're it's like missionary basically, but you have your legs up here, and
Uh-huh.
then they try to do that little thing where they put the little extra oomph in it. In some kind of way, my diaphragm like folded right here, and I couldn't breathe.
You couldn't breathe.
I could not,
You couldn't breathe.
and I was literally like, tap out. Wait, I can't. I literally cannot breathe. Okay, I don't know what is going on right now, but this 40-year-old, this body said, get the no. We need to do
Hey,
something different.
hey,
Tap out.
that's
Woo!
that you getting hemmed up.
Yeah,
That's
that's no,
that's
honey,
the
that
buck.
hurt. That
Look
when the
at
pain
this.
hit, I don't feel no more
Put you in the
pleasure. This little
buck.
part right here felt like it was just on fire.
I
I'm
will
like,
say that is the biggest thing that I have discovered
mm-hmm,
after 40.
mm-hmm.
When I was young and dumb, I could fuck through pain. Like
Now
for
that,
real. Uh I've been in a post football game. And you know, if you play sports and you know all the Charlie horses are prone to happening
yeah,
if you decide to get active after a physical game.
Let one
But you
happen
did that
today.
thing with some Charlie horses. And get
oh
what? You
goodness,
with a locked leg still going at it.
I'm telling you,
42, you catch a Charlie horse, I'm throwing everything. I'm move, get off me, move.
yeah. It's hey, wait, hold on,
I'm
flag
gonna
on the
die.
play,
Move. Get out
flag,
of the
flag
way.
on the play. I need to get up.
Ah,
Yeah, let me tell y'all another funny story.
somebody
So
call an ambulance.
I
Ambulance.
ended up, I ended up going to the chiropractor after a session.
Wait,
We
what?
gonna call it a session.
God
I ended up going to
You
the
got
chiropractor.
fucking get a chiropractor?
I fucked to the chiropractor. So,
Damn.
um,
Hey, she really, you meant that shit. You told them to break your back. You meant that shit.
I didn't even say that part. I don't know what happened, but we were going in for a session, and
Oh,
honey, we were doing the thing, and then he like flipped the thing, and I'm doing. We in the
I ain't gonna
my
lie to you,
favorite
Cheryl.
position.
That's probably one of the disadvantages of being a smaller woman. That's why I say you need to be two something to do something. You
Well,
get
I ain't too
manhandled a
something.
lot.
I'm close.
it's
I ain't too something to do something. But here's the thing.
You
Hey,
get
Kaya.
manhandled a lot.
it's because you fun
You
size,
fun
Brandy.
size. I
You fun size.
Well,
you get tossed all
Kyle.
around.
Hey, I'm gonna talk to you as soon as I finish this. Hey, my youngest just came in. She will come in right now at this
Right now.
critical juncture
At
of
this
the
point,
Right
right?
now.
conversation.
Right? Mama, what you say? You did what? Oh my God,
Okay.
Mom, you're not telling him that
No.
story, are you?
Yeah, it's fine because we have conversations, not to this depth. So
Cheryl is
she
open.
about to go in her room, but I'm not. I'm gonna tell y'all anyway. So what? She's an adult. She's 21. I have no young children in my house at all. Everybody's adult.
Wait a minute.
So
I ain't gonna
Is
lie
that
to
is that
you.
Riv?
no,
I've
that's
been
but Kaya
I've been
real 30
21 and everything
too.
too. I still don't want everything my
Okay.
mama doing.
Kaya 21.
Hey Kaya.
She about to go in her room in a minute. So
Yeah.
anyway, this session led to me going to the chiropractor because what had happened was it was so much pressure placed on my back on one side that it left like a bruise, and I had a pulled tendon or something. Just how
Damn.
you know you're older. So I said I made an appointment with my chiropractor because I said I'd rather go to the chiropractor and pay $35 and get an adjustment than have to go to the doctor. So I go to the chiropractor and I said, "Oh Lord, I need an adjustment." He was like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "I think I pulled something." So we went on. I ain't gonna tell my he don't even know all that. So we go in there and he gives me a full adjustment. Neck, he always start at the bottom and work up. So he gave me a full adjustment, and boy, I ain't know. I felt so much better after that because I felt like I had been balled up like this, and then somebody tried to unball me. Oh my
You
goodness,
did.
I'm 5'2". Believe it or not, I'm 5'2", and this guy was quite
She gets
tall.
fired
So,
too, though. And what's that?
oh
You fun
Lord,
size. When you fun size like that,
Like a rag doll.
oh Lord.
you go where I tell you to go.
Now just think about this. When I was in my 20s, I wouldn't have batted an eye. I could have just got right on up and just kept on going. Man, I think I was down for about 3 days.
Wait a minute. In your 20s, you was like a Timex, huh?
So,
Nigga
man,
licking and
boom,
keep on ticking.
keep on ticking, baby. I'm gonna keep
Hey,
on going.
let
Won't
me.
feel nothing.
When you was
Not
young,
now.
there were
Not
certain
now.
things that you could receive.
Mm.
If you just lay back and be still, you get over 40, you're like, man, this shit hurt too bad. I can't even get no. Let
Yeah, wait, hold on,
let
man.
me
Let's
get
do
two muscle
something.
relaxers real quick. And
I gotta do
Shoot.
something different. So time do bring about a change. My ex-mother like said, just keep on living, babe, because time bring about a change. I said, what the hell is she talking about? I'm there. I have arrived. Time does bring about a change.
but you know
Yeah,
what
Straight
so
else
up.
it
that
brings about? You
what?
evolve now.
Mm-hmm.
Your 40 plus self is not only are you riding a bike with no training wheels, I'm on the Tour de France now. You feel me? Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the professional lane now. I'm here with it. And so you become more in tune with things and the experimental. You know what you like, you know what you don't like. And you have no problem expressing yourself. Notice
Oh
how
my
your
goodness.
filter
Mhm.
is gone.
It's gone.
You
I don't have
you
one
might have been
anymore.
hesitant when you was in your 20s to say, don't do that.
Not
Because
now.
you want to fuck the mood up. At 40 plus,
Oh.
hell no, don't do no.
And that's the positive side. That's the plus of it. That whatever that is, that hesitation, it's gone. Like that shame, that's what it is. Like that shame reflex,
Hmm.
that is not there
Mhm.
anymore. You're gonna say, I say what I want to say, how I want to say it. Now I'm usually nice. Y'all know me. I'm a nice professional person. But I say what I want to say, and I don't even feel bad about it. I don't have that little twinge of guilt like you used to back in the day when you were young, and you be like, just my opinion. I'm just, you know what I mean. I don't do none of that shit no more. If it need to be said, I'm gonna say it. It's gonna be in conversational tone like this, but I am going to say it because why are we beating around the bush at this point? I'm
Stop
almost
running
half a
down Baba
century
Hickley.
old. I need to enjoy every day. I ain't got so many summers left, according to Dion Cole.
Hey, hey,
Let me tell
Ross,
y'all something.
this one right here. Just
Right. The
this
second rounds are not as frequent. He's right. Oh
that
my
one right
God.
there, boy.
No.
I
Mm.
remember it used to be water, check. Energy drink, check.
And we could be
No.
look, not
Yeah.
just water. You need to have a case of waters, or
Case of water.
If you
that
like
little
Diddy,
extra
have
paper
your little
towels on the
IV.
nightstand, or
Have your little
AKA
IV.
there
For
you go,
Diddy.
wash rag.
Baby oil, check.
IV, check. I don't know
Check.
who the hell got IVs. God dang.
You feel me? Like, but now, man, shit.
Yeah, I'm with him. That stamina is just not there anymore. That stamina is
Tell
gone.
y'all
One
something.
and done. And I will say this for being
I
40
made
in
a
my
face when you
40s.
said what?
Uh I was gonna say that the Roy made a face when you said that.
When what face? What's when you said what?
I don't even know. I done said so much shit in 5 minutes.
But no,
I'm saying,
I'm saying that I made a face. But no, I'll definitely, yeah, that whole round two thing.
No,
Like
it's all
I give you
fight.
this. Round two is
Round two,
cool.
fight.
Round three.
Flawless victory.
round 3.
Finish her.
I ain't gonna be nice to
Okay.
you. Round
Got
two,
that
we
stamina
both
like
going to
that.
sleep.
Look,
Absolutely.
I-
Absolutely. We're not paid.
We both
it
going to
used
sleep.
so check this out. So this is something that just recently, my
Mm.
wife and I, we were in the living room, we were talking about our escapades from the past. And I was like, why are we here remembering the time? You know what I'm saying? We're still young. We can
That's another one.
Shoot.
That's another one. I am what you
leg,
call an
back.
opportunist when it comes to sex. Not necessarily an exhibitionist, but I'm an opportunist. You can't scare me with a good time. Anytime, any place, I'm with it. But that was me in my 20s.
Mhm.
At 40 plus, I'm gonna hit you with the look. You in the room? In the room. Because I know you're gonna be your nastiest in the room. See, you didn't think about this when you was younger. It was just opportunist to do something. You didn't really consider the fact she really might not be as freaky in this moment because she worried about possibly getting caught. You know better when you hit like 40 plus. Nah, I'm not gonna do this shit here. Not only that, shower sex looks dangerous to you now. It looked cool in the movies.
Because it's acting.
That shit is not.
Because it's acting.
That shit is not.
Fuck around, you want to, boy.
I'm telling you about it now. Don't do it. If you really think it's a good idea for you to sit here and play around in that shower like that,
in
don't
water
do it.
on a slick bottom, and you try to,
especially Jayhawk, you know, especially when you start getting close, them strokes get a little more deliberate. That basis, you trying to really plant, you gonna slip.
Oh!
Now we going to the hospital. You know, goddamn, you done tore ACL.
Doc, so how did this happen?
You sit there and you explain all that you want to the doctor, and the doctor gonna look at you like,
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
you really thought that was a good idea?
Oh,
hey, no, Ross, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that they're not freaky. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying
it's just a way to do everything.
But it's
a way to do everything.
In her room is when she's at her best, where she's at her most comfortable, where she'll do things that she probably won't do in those other, you know, in the cars, on the side of the roads, or at your people's house, you know, because some of us like to, you know, hey, let's go slide off in the bear while you got a whole family house full of people. We ain't doing this no more. I'm breathing. I'm 42 now. I breathe different. I'm 42 and I've been through COVID. I breathe different. I don't need everybody hearing me being here breathing heavy. You know, I'm sounding like Shannon Sharp with Neffy.
Michelle, you like that, Michelle?
Yeah. You like that,
Michelle?
You like
that, don't you? You like that, don't you? Uncle Shannon, if you ever see this, man, we're a fan. But
there she go.
Liked it. Michelle's a fan too, Unc. So
listen, it might be glitchy. My phone died. Now I'm on my computer. So
Cheryl, I want to ask you something. I want to ask you something. So this thing right here, 40 plus.
Okay, what's up?
Being talked through. How important is that to you?
I think she's frozen.
Did we freeze?
Let me borrow your iPad.
Jayhawk, wait. Okay. That talking through stage. That's a skill you develop on the other side of 40, huh?
Yeah.
I ain't even say develop, but you
practice it, you get it, and you put and you master it, because becomes a part of your
my repertoire.
Repertoire. Yeah.
I gotta go out one more time, y'all. I'm coming right back. I'll be right back.
No, I didn't understand. I didn't understand how vital it was until you hit that other side of 40. It was like, oh, that's another tool.
The power of it. The power.
Being able to talk her through it.
That and tantric.
Because again, we're not just riding bikes with no training wheels. We on the Tour de France over here, baby.
We moving.
We moving over here.
We grooving. You know, it's not like I'm surprised.
No. We moving over here.
10,000 hours. Get your 10,000 hours in. You're master now, baby. Get your 10,000 hours.
Here's another thing too. I'm on the other side of 40.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they used to say, the way to a man's heart through his stomach, and keep his stomach full, you empty his balls, and keep his balls empty.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you what you're not finna do. Don't think you finna get some good dick after I eat. No. 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 Let me tell you something. The way this acid reflux set up, nope. Nope.
You're right.
Most folks be sitting over there with the toys and the little goodies over there on the nightstand. My 40 plus is over there with some Toms.
Toms.
You don't want to taste that kissing me. You don't want that. Let me let this food digest real quick.
Give me a moment here. You know what I'm saying? Give me a moment. It's all right. Give me a moment.
Getting 40 sounds like it sucks, but I can't afford. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You learn how to adjust. Put it like this: we watched Michael Jordan with a whole high flying act in the younger part of his career.
He can't do it now.
And then once he got on the other side of 30, it will fade.
Whoosh. Whoosh. So life brings about some changes. It's all about how you adjust to it.
Yeah, you got to make adjustments.
You got to make adjustments, you know, in your defense. Got to make adjustments. You can still win a Super Bowl, baby, right? You just got to make adjustments.
Look. We've seen it. Jalen Hurts, they say he couldn't throw the ball. Wasn't his strong suit. How he going to have to run the game? What's the name? Chief said, we just going to take the run game. When Jalen Hurts said, watch, I can adjust.
And adjust he did.
We gonna make him run routes that fit his strong suit. We gonna make him do what he do. And all you gotta do, find your strong suit, play to him.
Play to him, baby.
Also, accompany your partner.
Yep.
Accompany your partner. Hey man, when she get over 40, she not gonna be on top like she used to. You can go ahead and count. As soon as she get up there, that clock is ticking. It don't even matter if it's in yet. That clock is ticking.
She won't have the Megan knees. She won't have the Megan Thee Stallion knees.
Best thing you could do, I mean, start getting you some curls in so you can kind of assist. Them big hands to use and help get up under there. Let me hold you real quick a little bit. Do a little bit of the work for you.
It's a team thing,
it's
right?
A team effort.
It's a team effort, baby.
It's for me and you.
Right. Hey, we gotta make it. We gotta make it to the Super Bowl. We both try to you both try to get a Lombardi here.
You feel me? But I mean, it's just figuring it out, man. Like it's not a young man's game no more. So I gotta play to play to my strengths now. Look at this dude saying what part. We're not talking specifically to you, Ross. Like this is in general. You know, you probably, I don't know what partner. I used to call her Angela. That's what I called her. That's another thing too. You realize that's not as important as it used to be. No. You ain't got time for this.
Especially when you got a great willing partner.
You got a great willing partner. Oh, kids will fuck up your sex life too. Kids will absolutely. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Here we go. Dad.
Oh my fucking God. Okay.
There she go.
Looks good. Look at that camera.
This iPad.
Sideways me, please. Does it matter?
Sideways.
It's an iPad and my phone died.
Can we sideways it?
Yep.
Oh, it ain't gonna turn. It's locked. Don't worry about it.
It's locked.
Hold on. I got some tech. There we go.
There we go.
Everybody, it's Tech Tuesdays.
Yeah,
now look, I ain't gonna lie to you. This seemed like the perfect setup because now that we hear sex after 40, and Granny got the tiger out. Look at the tiger out.
Dump, bump, 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 bump.
This is so much better. I'm gonna have to get me an iPad. She said I can use hers for her show.
Oh, sure. I wanted to get back to you. I wanted to give you opportunity on that though.
What?
Now that you're on this side of 40, the importance of being talked through. I need to hear that from a female perspective.
I love it. You mean me talking the person through or them talking me through, or both?
Both.
Let's go both.
I want to hear from a female perspective.
I love when the guy talking me through, like, and look, I don't know what we gonna call this. If I feel like, oh my God, like he's so in control, and when he's talking me through, like I feel like I don't know what's the word, feminine.
Feminine.
I'm like, oh my God, yes, like I love it. Talk me through. Talk me through. Call me a good girl, whatever you want. Nasty girl. Talk me through. Let me know.
All
sounds
of that.
Sounds like 50 Shades of Granny to me, though. You know what I'm saying?
And if the guy don't have a problem being talked through, it's fine. But I usually let the guys lead on that one because I want to be. I want to be the damsel in distress in the bedroom. Sometimes I might be the tigress, but not all the time. So I want to be the damsel. Okay?
See, if I could get fellas, if y'all could just hear me out on that.
Sometimes you want to be
I
swallowed
think
up.
we've had these conversations, so I know you're a real one. I know you get it.
Mm-hmm.
But fellas, this is when you become a dangerous man in the bedroom. You become a reliable man in the bedroom. Your perspective has to shift. You need to not come in this bedroom focusing on how many nuts you gonna get.
Right.
Trust me. If you do what need to be done, she gonna make sure you get all of them, and then she might surprise you and pull some extra out of you.
That's
You
right.
never know.
Mm-hmm.
But your focus needs to be you, even if it is just for tonight. You are entrusting me with your orgasm. Therefore, your orgasm now belongs to me. I am responsible for this motherfucker.
Right.
You feel me? That is my responsibility for tonight. My job is to make sure you and your orgasm become one.
You know,
that's that shit. We go that will have us looking for you in the daytime with the flashlight.
I don't want you going. No, hell no. I want you to sound like you were. We here. We doing it. I want you to sound retarded. You need to sound like you done love the guy. I want your toes throwing up gang signs. I want that arch in your back to look like the McDonald's thing going out. You feel me? I'm trying. See, there you go. That alcohol's being introduced.
Oh, shit.
But that needs to be your focus, fellas. When you can get to that point where that becomes your focus, hear me out. Where that becomes your focus,
you are
now
dangerous
you go,
man.
even if it is for just tonight, your orgasm belongs to me. Boy, you's a bad motherfucker. And you're right. Like Cheryl said, they probably will be stalking you a little bit.
Yeah.
If you guys want references, listen to Prince's song "International Lover."
Just a little bit though.
It's a couple Prince's songs that we could probably put in here right now.
Simply put, "Do Me Baby." I don't know.
Do Me Baby. Oh my God, yes. Do Me Baby. What's that other one?
The Scandalous Sex Suite. It's a 30-minute.
Insatiable is my name when it comes to you. Yeah. Wow.
So Prince has a song. It's a 30-minute cut of Scandalous. It's called a Scandalous Sex Suite.
Hey.
Scandalous. Oh.
It is an amazing 30-minute cut of Scandalous from Prince.
And that's how you know it's good. I have that song playing in my head.
Okay.
Wow, being intimate. Scandalous.
So now we hear 40 plus crowd. Sorry, Ross. 40 plus crowd. I need to hear from you. I want to hear from y'all. What's on the sex playlist?
Oh my goodness, that's a good one.
How many different versions? How many different lists? You got so many different lists.
On the move. I know for sure. Scandalous, Insatiable, Do Me Baby, I Adore You, all on the list.
So you just gonna stick with the one artist? Okay, cool.
On the list. Silk is on the list, baby. And I don't care how many times this song is played or how played out it is, but that goddamn Knocking the Boots by H-Town, it never gets old for me. Not for me. Not for me. Them Houston boys,
Knocking Boots. I ain't gonna lie to you. If you are a rhythm fucker, some people really are rhythm fuckers. So you know when they hit that part where the breakdown come out, Boy, you trying to reach cervix areas when you didn't.
Late night talking. What is? I don't know
Like,
words.
we are no longer even stroking. I am officially in. I'm on rip with.
And can we talk about this for a minute? We have grown with our music, so all that stuff still applies. All the music we listened to back then, which is the best '90s R&B ever. Like nothing tops that for me,
like
except for
some
maybe Frankie
2000s
Beverly
too.
and Maze. But I can't really do it to Frankie Beverly and Maze. I'm trying to.
No.
Marvin Gaye.
Oh
my God, he got.
I Want You by Marvin Gaye.
Yes.
Cause I want you to want me to.
Yeah,
That
I love
right
that
there.
one. Definitely.
That right there. Definitely. Yeah. I'm gonna introduce y'all, if you don't know, Jonte Austin. He's really a writer, but, and I guess we gonna bring J-Ho back, but he's really a writer. Okay. But he has a song called Dope Fiend. Yes.
How it go?
Dope fiend, I'm just like a dope fiend when it comes to your love. Girl, I'm like a junkie, dedicated to your love. Baby, let me get some smoke you, snort you, put you in my system. Like,
I've heard that.
Yeah, but it has a little slower tempo to it, just a little bit slow. But it has a nice little groove to it. Also, Lay Down by Floetry. Oh my Jesus.
Yes. Lay Down, yes, by Floetry.
Jesus.
Say yes. All you gotta do is say yes. What's that one by Floetry?
Yes. Mirrors by Neo. Hey, I'm gonna be real with you. It bring your inner beast out when you hear that man go, baby, I love making love in front of the mirror. All this just bulk up like you on some steroids or some shit. Like you, like I'm in a whole different lane now. Like, don't worry, we in the fast lane and ain't no brakes in this bitch.
No brakes. And look, here's the beauty of it too. You can literally, it's like I don't know, you can just be so creative without hurting yourself if you want to. But you could do whatever in your 40s. Intimately.
Is that the ooh-ah boys?
Because both partners, hopefully, at this point, understand that what we got going on in this space with just the two of us is just the two of us, and we can explore until our hearts are content. And I love that. I love that for me personally. And this camera is, oh my God, look how I look. I can't see with the glasses.
Don't give you a moment. See that's that woman Eric Benet was talking about. Ooh, that's her right there. Look, she took the lipstick off.
I need to get, girl, I'm going to use this next week. This it right. All right.
But yes.
What happened to J-Hawk? He did like me. His phone went dead. My phone went dead, y'all. So thank you all for bearing through the technical issues that I was having tonight.
Oh my God. I thank you, Ross. I appreciate that. Matter of fact, Trey Songz's Ready album, Ready album, by the time that boy, this right here's a penny dropper, it's over with.
I went to see him in concert a few years ago at the Orpheum Theater in New Orleans. It was a small, intimate setting. It wasn't like a big setting. And Trey Songz gave a very great show. I loved it. He sounds exactly like his records. There's no auto-tune in there.
Hey,
I loved it.
Straight fucking. It's not Tyrese. It's by a dude named Gator.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
It's not Tyrese. It sounds like it. But it's a dude named Gator.
Okay.
I don't even care what his name is. I knew when I heard, because you can actually hear it if you watch the Baby Boy movie, you'll hear it in the background on one of them scenes. I can't remember exactly what. When that Joker, he's sitting in his pocket. Say you wanna go. It's like, okay, this is like a R&B meets blues, kind of just.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You can't leave Johnny Gill out. There you go. And in the
man, we gotta have this discussion one day. Maybe not on this show. You said Baby Boy. I want to talk about Baby Boy because he had two baby mamas. He had Yvette and he had Peanut.
That ain't my mother. Probably Yvette.
No, this the thing though. Peanut was the smarter baby mama. I want to talk about that one day.
Peanut was a genius. But if you really want to know the truth, old girl tried to save Jody, and he botched it. But anyway, we'll come back to that anyway.
I'm telling you, we got
Urban
an in-depth
mystic.
conversation about Baby Boy and the characters that were represented in there. That
We
is
can do that.
relative
Baby Boy in a
to
long
that.
time.
And we can do the best man if you really want to be honest with you.
Yeah, we
Oh, yeah.
look two different. There we go. We're gonna have to do them separately. We cannot do that in the same show because we're gonna spend a whole lot of time. It's so much to unpack in Baby Boy by itself.
Mm.
Okay?
Oh yeah.
You can't leave out Urban Mystic
Urban
in the morning.
See you in the morning.
Yep.
Look at you, lady. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, we about to
Straight.
get ready to get out of here. Thank y'all
Yeah,
for
y'all.
getting through the technical issues. But
Yep.
listen, when it comes to sex after 40, this is what I learned. I love the discretion that I have. I'm not out here slanging that thing to everybody. Not that I ever was. And this is the thing too. When you're in your 20s, go ahead and get your whole phase out your way. Because when you get this old, you don't got the stamina for that fucking shit. Okay, you're not gonna be out here. If you're gonna be dating, it's gonna be to go have a good conversation, eat some good food, listen to some good live music, and take your ass home. You're not out here trying to screw.
Mm-hmm.
You got a little discretion about yourself when you get a little older because you understand auras, you understand spiritual connections, and you understand energetic alignment. When you get this old, trust me, it's internal. It comes out. Something wakes up in you, and you're like, oh wait.
If you're
I have a
wise.
physical portal between my legs that birth real lives into the world.
Look,
I cannot.
especially once you've reached maximum altitude, we can say that.
Right.
And you realize everybody that can't get you there, you like shit. I'm gonna be very selective about who I deal with.
That part right there, when you reach maximum altitude and you recognize everybody don't carry that type of skill and energy that connects with you, I'm telling you, that's what really set my ass down. Like, okay, yeah, I can't get this. I can't just pull this out. I can't go to the grocery store and get that off the shelf. They
That's a
don't
different kind
sell
of
the
high.
back breaker, and now I gotta go and get me an adjustment. They don't. I can't just go.
It's Blue Magic. It's a brand. I stand by it.
Speaking of that, look on our way out. Look, I will say this: your girl, what was her name? She's with Mufasa now. She's with Aaron.
Oh,
Pierre.
you're talking about
Tiana
Taylor.
Yeah, she mentioned. She said, "Look, y'all, look, keep my name out." Talking about her ex-husband. She said, "Look, I just want to get my back broken in peace."
That's it. That's it. You know, and I will say that was the best $35 I spent the next day getting adjusted. Because that's that man I be looking for in the daytime with the flashlight.
Sir!
Where you at?
Sir! Look.
Somebody tried to top him out fresh out the hospital. Ross, what kind of people you be around, sir?
Like he said, he done met hoes of all ages. Ross got
in different area codes.
You see my face? You see my face right now? But you're right. You're right. We need to talk
In
about it.
different
I just heard a song by YG. I think his name is YG. He's a rapper.
Yep.
Last night it came up in my algorithm, and I was surprised because I don't listen to a lot of rap music. But the name of the song is 2004. It literally just dropped. I listened to 2004. I almost fell out of my fucking bed.
Oh, you gotta have some October London in your playlist. Because look,
definitely.
young man bringing it, y'all. So
he is.
That young man is bringing it. So
now YG 2004, that's not for the bedroom. That's the
that's not for the bedroom at all.
But I just brought it up because I don't know why I thought about that right there. He got a whole Nipsey.
You talking about Ross with these ageless hoes.
That's what made it come up. Ross said about the hoes of all ages, and he said something in that song. I don't want to give it away. Y'all go listen to YG's 2004.
And on that note,
and on that note, just know this was an amazing show. At least I think it was, even despite my little glitches I had up in here. We started out talking about what did we talk about? Oh, we talked about a lot tonight. We talked about Your
money
looks,
and
women,
looks.
will not hold a relationship, and men, your money won't. You got to have emotional connectivity, communication. You got to have spiritual connection. You got to be able to trust each other and get through conflicts. Studies have shown that looks alone and money alone will not sustain your relationship. So please
That's
do
right.
look for the deeper connections.
That's
Women,
right.
let's love us. You see, look, I got this camera.
One more
I got
time.
this iPad camera right here. This right here. You see this? This is 100%
Sure,
me.
blow Ross a kiss. Blow him a kiss.
Where
You
is
see
he
it,
at?
Ross.
There you go.
You see it.
All natural glow, okay? According to Mr. Eric Benet, this is what men like the best. And according to my two hosts, they already confirmed that this is what they like to see. We should strive for this. Now, shout out to Erica Badu and her BBL suit, or maybe it was a reference to slavery in the past and how they exploited our women back in the day because of
It was
the
a
sizes of our asses. Who knows with Erica? She did not give context to that. She just got up there and sang her song about no panties on, or whatever the fuck she was singing about. And people have taken that moment and really run with it. Erica will forever be the GOAT, and she is definitely from a different planet.
Erica is Mother Nature. That's who
She's
she is.
she's Mother Nature. So I said all that to say, love yourself. I can say this for Erica. I feel like she's one of those people that embody being what you want, doing what you want, and being unapologetic about it, about her beauty, about her looks, about her spiritual beliefs. She doesn't back down from any fucking thing. And I think every woman needs to carry a spirit like that within them, you know, to just really, really live your best life. Be you, do you, love you unapologetically. Love your face and your body. Okay, so that's what I got from Erica's performance. And I did watch that last night too, because I love me some Erica Badu. Okay. And so far, as sex after party, just, you know, prime yourself. Getting in the gym might help. I do get in the gym a little bit. I need to get in the gym some more, but you know.
But ladies, be ready, because I'm finding out when they say that thing get juicier. Oh, it definitely turned up after
I'm
40.
looking to see what's gonna happen when I hit 50.
Let me tell y'all something. Hey, it gets good.
You better get in shape. She gonna work.
Hey, it gets good after 50. Look, it gets good up. You should, Ross, everybody else, if you ain't 50, you should make it here if you can. It's fun over here.
It is
Come
fun
over the
over
fence.
here. We got
Come
cookies. I'll be there in a few months. I'm on my way, Jonathan. But
Come
with
on.
that said, we're gonna go ahead on and bid you all adieu. Please be sure to like, subscribe to I Am Well Media Group, subscribe
And
to
comment.
the 4040 Network, subscribe to Jonathan Hawkins.
Yep.
I will have the links that we talked about on the show tonight. I will have them in the description box below, as well as our information to follow or subscribe or whatever the case may be. Thank you all so much. Blessings. Remember to download BWNC radio app. It is free. Black with No Chasers. Grind Family. Shout out to Lawrence. And what's Lawrence's first name?
CJ Lawrence, and to
CJ
my brother
Lawrence.
here.
Shout out to him.
CJ King.
And thank you all. Ross, once again, shout out to you. My hat off to you, sir. Thank you for sticking with us the entire show. You are treasure. Don't let nobody tell you different, okay? And with that, we out. Deuces. Bye, y'all.